This is today's Scorpio horoscope prediction. Those born between October 23 and November 22 belong to this zodiac sign. Love, although important, is not everything for Scorpios. They base their stability on other facets, although the sentimental field is very important to them. Today you may strive to please someone who really does not deserve it. Think carefully about what you do, because it is likely that you are overdoing it with someone who is not worth it. Scorpios are very generous and altruistic, but you have to learn to differentiate who deserves to be thrown with them and who doesn't. With regard to love, I tell you that until you value yourself as you deserve, others will not do the same, and you will not find that person who will change your life. With your partner, the same thing happens to most of you. You go out of your way to please them, and you still haven't realized that the more you do to please them, the more distant they are. It is time for you to start valuing yourself more and loving yourself more. This is how you will get others to value you more. Love horoscope for single women. Without a doubt, you heirs are a sign characterized by your need for independence. You are very sociable people and you like to be surrounded by friends, but you do not like being controlled or having to be subjected to a partner. This may be your main problem when it comes to maintaining a stable relationship. Today the Scorpio woman may come up with this topic. If you are starting a relationship, I advise you to make things clear to the other person from the beginning, so that they know how to act with you, because if not you will soon get tired, as has happened to you on other occasions. Perhaps finding a point of balance between total freedom and being subjected to a relationship is what you should try to achieve. It is not impossible, it is just a matter of proposing it and explaining it to the other person so that they understand you and put it into practice. Today's free prediction for the Scorpio man: it is essential that your self-esteem is not so low and that you stop thinking about what others will say about you. A Scorpio man is by nature a bit shy, and if you add to this the need for approval from others, we have a cocktail that is not at all favorable for love and relationships or sporadic relationships. The horoscope today tells us that it is difficult to reverse the situation along this path, but that it would be possible to take advantage of the influence of Mars to begin that much needed change. With regard to a past relationship that is still fluttering inside you, it is better to turn the page, although this is only advice for the vast majority and is what indicates the tendency of your sign. Therefore, it does not mean that everyone will do the same with that love of the present or the past. Scorpio love horoscope today for singles: remember that there is no harm that does not come for good, and that should be your philosophy in relation to love and all kinds of relationships, whether they are open, sporadic, or traditional couples. It is more than possible that there has been some disappointment and that you still have consequences of it. Do not worry about that, because the horoscope of your sign today tells us that these are feelings that are going to mitigate and move away more and more. Regarding the future of Scorpio in this field, I tell you that the beginning of a new state is more than possible, but he sees slowly and thinks things through before making hasty decisions. To those of your sign who are a little down and without desire, I tell you that with that attitude you are not going to achieve much. You have to take small steps so that the illusion for love and for life begins to flourish again in you. If you have a partner, love is a path that does not know straight lines. When we advance in life next to someone, there is no lack of hollows, thickets, detours and closed alleys. That is why it is important to go hand in hand and with the awareness of the closeness of the other. This way we will avoid getting lost. If you don't have a partner, avoid telling that person you are interested in how you expect them to be, how you want me to dress, walk and talk, what you should or shouldn't do, what you should or shouldn't worry about. It is something that does not belong to you. And the truth is that he will only love you if you accept him as he is. Nothing less, nothing more. It is very different to say than to do. Hence, we are all theoretical experts in everything, and there are very few truly virtuous people who put their whole soul into what they do. You are one of the latter. Stop listening to those who think they know and trust in the creative force of your passion. Your eyes are an essential part of your body, and you don't give them the attention they deserve. You have to take more care of it. Above all, in avoiding those risks that could cause discomfort and real damage. Perhaps it is time for a review with the doctor so that he can give you the advice you need. The changes are mixed blessings, since they imply that a part of the previous thing is destroyed, so that everything changes. That happens in life, and it happens with love. Not for that reason you should have the means for your relationship to change, because it is something inevitable and necessary for love to last. We are not the same at the beginning as at the end of love. A failure should never be the end of the road because you are much more than a mere project. A stumble always has consequences, but none of them will end your career and your ability to do what you know how to do. Dust yourself off, pull yourself together, and try again. It is a good day to work with your interior. That dimension of yourself in which you don't usually invest too much, but which is essential for you to stay as productive as you want. And it is that without internal harmony, you will not be able to face the demands of your day-to-day. Meditate and do breathing exercises. You are ambitious. You do not settle for the ordinary or the moderate. That's why you're so puzzled. You don't see how you're going to be able to achieve your goal, but you also can't imagine settling for less. This situation is far from ideal. Should you still aspire to achieve what would be the equivalent of a gold medal? Or should you settle for a lower position on the podium? If you have tried your best, you can be proud of your achievements. Today you can choose. Deep in your heart you know what you should do. Tip of the day. You like to go with little luggage, but there are things that you cannot get rid of, and that are ultimately you link with the places you leave. Your true affections. Lucky numbers for today. 3, 8, 9, 15, 19, 49. Free Scorpio Daily Horoscope Tips. All the signs of the horoscope are divided into 3 decans according to the date of birth, and this is the specific prediction of today's horoscope for each of them. First decan, October 23rd to November 1st. Finish one thing and then you can start another. This is the main advice for those born on these days. Second decan, November 2nd and 11th. Haste is not a good advisor, neither in love nor in any field. Third decan, October 12 and 22. Start walking in search of what you want, but the horoscope advises you to take small steps and be cautious.